World Central Kitchen is suspending its aid operations in Gaza after several volunteers are killed. And Florida Supreme Court makes a decision on the state's abortion ban while giving voters a say. The Morning Rundown starts now.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world. This is the Morning Rundown.
Today is Tuesday, April 2nd. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Taylor. World Central Kitchen, the disaster relief nonprofit that's been helping to bring humanitarian food aid to Gaza, is pausing operations in the region immediately after the organization says 7 of its members were killed in an Israeli airstrike in the territory on Monday. In a statement, the nonprofit says its team was traveling in a deconflicted zone in 2 armored vehicles branded with the WCK logo. Video footage from the scene shows the heavily damaged vehicles with the World Central Kitchen branding. The organization says despite coordinating its movements with the Israeli army, the convoy was hit while leaving a warehouse in central Gaza. World Central Kitchen says those killed include a dual citizen of the U.S. and Canada and team members from Australia, Poland, the United Kingdom, and Palestine. The founder of World Central Kitchen, celebrity chef Jose Andres, posted to X saying he was heartbroken, describing the victims as angels. He called on Israel to, quote, stop the indiscriminate killing and using food as a weapon. This morning, the Israeli military responded saying it is conducting a thorough review at the highest level to understand the circumstances of this tragic incident. The military added that it makes extensive efforts to enable the delivery of humanitarian aid and has been working closely with the World Central Kitchen in its mission to provide food to the people of Gaza. Iran says an Israeli airstrike on its consulate in Syria Monday killed 2 generals and 5 officers. Hezbollah, the Iran-backed militant group in Lebanon, says one of its members was killed in the attack in the capital of Damascus, accusing Israel of seeking to widen the war in Gaza. Since the Israel-Hamas war began, fighting has increased between Israel and Iran-backed militant groups in Gaza and the surrounding region. Israeli officials say they have no comment on this attack in Syria. However, the New York Times reports 4 Israeli officials confirm Israel carried out the attack. Iran's foreign minister posted to social media a message to the U.S. saying as an ally of Israel, America must be held responsible. A National Security Council spokesman says the U.S. had no involvement in the attack and did not know about it ahead of time. Former President Donald Trump has secured a $175 million bond in connection with a New York civil fraud case, ending a 6-week challenge to prevent his assets from being seized. Trump's legal team views the payment as a step towards appealing and overturning what they deem an unfair verdict, saying his payment was made as promised. An appeals court cut Trump's bond from $464 million to $175 million last week. The former president was previously rejected by 30 bond companies before Knight Specialty Insurance Company stepped in. A New York judge ruled that Trump and his company repeatedly violated state fraud laws by misrepresenting his wealth in financial statements to banks, with overstatements as much as $3.6 billion. Trump has denied any misconduct and pledged to challenge the decision, labeling the case as a politically driven witch hunt. The Florida Supreme Court has made 2 significant rulings regarding abortion laws in the state Monday. It upheld a 15-week abortion ban from 2022, clearing the path for a stricter 6-week ban to take effect. This 6-week ban, signed by Governor Ron DeSantis last year, makes it one of the strictest in the country. The court also allowed voters a direct say in the matter come November, with a ballot measure that proposes to secure abortion rights in the state constitution. The proposed amendment would make it illegal to prohibit, penalize, delay, or restrict abortion when necessary to protect the patient's health. Constitutional amendments in Florida must pass with at least 60% of the vote. Google has agreed to delete billions of data records of users' browsing history as part of a lawsuit that alleged the tech giant was tracking people without their knowledge. The suit claimed Google collected data from users while they believed they were searching the internet privately using the company's Incognito mode. Google agreed to settle the suit in December, and the terms of the settlement were disclosed for the first time in a filing on Monday. As part of the settlement, Google will also update its disclosure to inform users what data it collects while browsing in private mode. Google says it never associates data with users when they use incognito mode. No users will receive any damages from this settlement, but they may still sue for damages individually. Finally this morning, the Final Four for the NCAA Women's Tournament is now set. Number 3 seeded UConn defeated number 1 seeded USC 80-73 last night to advance. The Huskies will meet Caitlin Clark and Iowa after the Hawkeyes took down the defending national champion LSU in a 94-87 victory. Clark tied a women's NCAA record with 9 3-pointers in the win. North Carolina State is making its first trip to the Final Four since 1998 after beating Texas 76-66 on Sunday. The Wolfpack will meet unbeaten South Carolina following the Gamecocks' 70-58 win over Oregon State on Sunday. These are your top stories for this Tuesday. Unbiased, straight facts. That's Straight Arrow News. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Lauren Taylor. Have a great day.